Hey guys, Apoc here, and welcome back to a brand new 12-win Grand Challenge. So today we are playing my new deck that I call it the Frozen XBow deck. Obviously we are playing XBow, but we are also playing the Ice Golem, Ice Spirit, and Ice Wizard. This also has the Mega Minion, so Mini P.E.K.K.A. So XBow, Mini P.E.K.K.A. and Ice Wizard were all buffed in the most recent balance changes just on Friday. So let's hop into a couple replays real quick, and then we'll get into some live matches and open up that beautiful 12-win chest. So I did play XBow in my last video, but I wanted to give you a bit of an update. Last one was playing Inferno Dragon, and I really wanted to change over in bats. I really wanted to change a deck that wasn't reliant on bats for damage. I felt that was a little bit risky. So we're playing the cycle card now, Ice Spirit as well as Mega Minion. So, a couple things. First, Ice Spirit is extremely good against Battle Ram and Hog Rider. As you see here, Mini P.E.K.K.A. will just two-shot the Hog Rider, making it so that you don't have to worry about him too much. So now we're finally ready for our first XBow deploy. He's got an Ice Golem on our side as well as an Ice Wizard. So that's going to take a little bit. So Mega Minion plus Log plus Ice Spirit will knock down that Hog, and we'll get a little bit of damage here. So some things to know is Ice Spirit plus Mini P.E.K.K.A. will prevent all damage from a Hog, which is fantastic. You can also use it on, if they have an Ice Golem in front, you only wind up taking one Hog hit because the Mini P.E.K.K.A. will swipe the Ice Golem first. But if you really want to save the damage, you can use Ice Golem plus the Ice Spirit. So this is a lot more damage than I want to be taking. And can't let that Mini P.E.K.K.A. hit get off, so you got to drop that Ice Golem out in front. But our XBow is doing work over on the right, and he has to zap to retarget. So generally, I prefer to fight the same lane against a lot of decks. This way, you can use your leftover troops to protect your XBow. So even with the Ice Golem there, we only took one Hog hit. You got to keep that Mini P.E.K.K.A. off. But look at all these troops we got protecting our XBow, and that looks like we're in great shape. Now we got this Ice Wizard on the tower, Ice Golem on the tower, and that's gonna pretty much do it. That's gonna bring this down into spell range. We got plenty of time to do that, so we can just defend with our XBow here. He hasn't shown that he's playing lightning or anything like that for us to worry about. So really, we can just keep defending. So he knows that everything's getting stacked up. He's just waiting on the poison. Really, not too much going on right here at the end. Does its job. Cycle the log for our 11th win in this Grand Challenge. So, a couple things about the start of the games. When I start a game with XBow, I don't want to lead with XBow basically ever. I don't think there's any situations that I do. Usually I'll cycle Ice Spirit is my favorite one. Just cycle it at the river, or play an Ice Wizard or Mega Minion in the back. So this is against a balloon deck, and this can be a hard matchup. That's really why I wanted to show this. So we are going to take some balloon death damage there, and he's coming in with his Mini P.E.K.K.A. So we'll distract that, make a chase. So once again, back to the start of the game. I always want to open up with something in the back so that we can build up some elixir so that we can start defending our XBow. So we learned that he got one hard counter for our XBow, and that's the Inferno Tower, as well as he's got Balloon, which obviously deals tons and tons of damage to our XBow. So this is going to be a really rough match. as opposed to the hog match, which we are extremely well prepared for. So, Balloon is going to wind up getting off another death damage here. So while we go, let's go back to that start of the game. So while we're at the start of the game, if they drop a pump, or a golem, or a lava hound, you are definitely able to drop your XBow immediately. And often that means that you'll have some elixir to defend as well, or they only have a couple elixir to defend your XBow, which your XBow, being an offensive card, you know, may be able to get deal with whatever troop it is anyways. So do keep that in mind, especially if it's something like golem. They drop a golem, then you drop an XBow, they drop a baby dragon, and you swipe it down with a mega minion. There goes their tower. And then you can defend the other side with, you know, as you build up elixir, get your mini P.E.K.K.A back, or get a mega minion in. So he stacked up a lot of troops there, so we were able to get a nice value fireball. Don't be afraid to use your fireball on defense, especially against either balloon or big giant pushes, or even giant hog pushes. So really, we still haven't done any damage this entire game. His towers are basically at full, with the exception of from some logs. But that's about to change. It looks like we are finally going to connect our XBow to the tower. Not only that, but we are already at an elixir lead here, so we're just going to cycle back, get another XBow down, and let's get this going. So we predicted that he was going to drop off that Inferno tower. Unfortunately, we weren't able to stop it, as he had just had too much elixir to go through. So we still do have troops here. We're basically tied up in damage. He's only got 100 health lead. Now we got these ice wizards that are just going to look at each other forever here. So let's get back to these ice wizards. So make sure we take no damage off that balloon. And let's finally get this all going. So we'll log this all back again. Let's get a little bit more chip damage in. And now we got our mega minion on these ice wizards, clean them up. And now he's back to that balloon. We'll slow that down because mega minion and balloon had the same speed, so ice wizard does a great job helping with that. So here we placed it off the center as he had troops coming in, and we did predict that he was going to have that Inferno tower come in, which mega minion then cleaned up, and we still got this full health XBow that is now connected to the tower finally. And we are still going here, and that gets it all the way down to 711. Now we got this, just got to make sure that he doesn't connect. Once again, we got another XBow down. Unfortunately, once again, we're not going to be able to connect, and that was a bad fireball. That fireball should have been saved for the tower at this point, and that's really what we're going to do here. This stuff is really in cycle range, so we got a lot of defense, so let's get that defense going. That's not going to kill our ice wizard. and that is just out of range, so we'll get another fireball in. And just like that, we also get our ice golem to the tower, which is pretty nice. So we don't want that ice spirit hitting any of our stuff. And we'll get that last fireball to end it. So fireball cycle for the win. And that just is what's needed sometimes. Sometimes you only need to make, 1 or 2 connections with your XBow, and then you can burn it down. So let's open this up, and then let's get into some live matches. So we got our 22,000 gold. All these commons and rares are going to be converted to gold. Really just interested in any epics and legends we would get. Okay, so there's our first one with Mirror. We get some XBows, which is nice. I would love to be able to play this on ladder. As you see, all we need is XBow in order to play this, to have a max XBow deck. That would be absolutely fantastic. And wow, that's all of our epics already. So maybe we will get a legend. So hopefully this is a rare. Oh, okay. Those were all commons, but we are going to get a nice legendary. I'm still hoping for E-Wizzes. E-Wiz is definitely what I want. Okay, Inferno Dragon. Gives it 19 to go. Not too bad, though. Any challenge chest with the legendary is a good challenge chest to me. Okay, So let's start our new one. And we're not going to be able to know this guy's name. So let's open up with our Ice Spirit. He didn't play anything, so we'll drop our Mega Minion. Able to get that Ice Spirit connected. We'll drop our Ice Golem in the back as well. So he's got some bats. We'll finish those bats. He might be playing XBow as well, so let's use all this support troops and see what we can do. Let's fireball this all down. And just like that, we got our XBow on the tower. Ice Wizard is still protecting us over here. Now, I'm going to guess he's also playing XBow. So there goes half his tower right off the bat. Meaning that we want to save our Ice Golem for his XBow. And hopefully get our XBow to lock onto his at some point. And it's just as I said that, I don't know what I'm doing, apparently. I don't know why I dropped that that Ice Golem for no apparent reason at all. Do what I say, not as I do. Because that was abysmal play right there. I have no idea why I dropped that. Complete mistake. Was supposed to be my Mega Minion. Okay. So let's get this going for real this time. So he's going to drop the bats. Okay, so he's got a... Okay, so it looks like we're going to be able to clean this up pretty good. Oh, just a couple shots. So let's drop this Ice Golem in a way that would defend. Or it won't defend. So we'll use our Mega Minion plus our Fireball, log this all back, and use our own Ice Golem here. Okay, so it did get that final connection. So let's make this connection, and there's that final connection. Let's fireball this down just for that last second, and that will be the first game. Oof, sorry, I got a little tense there. It was a little quiet. So, we made that a little harder than we need to be, mostly because of that one mistake with our Ice Golem. Allowed him to get a connection he shouldn't have. So, in the XBow versus XBow mirror, make sure that their XBow locks onto your Ice Golem. It doesn't really matter if it goes in front of them, you just need it to lock on. So this way, you can have your defensive troops, most likely your Mega Minion in this deck, help him. As you saw, Ice Spirit was very useful over bats, in my opinion, because it's able to take out those bats for a positive trade, as well as normally freezing something else as well. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. So once again, we'll cycle our Ice Spirit, and we'll drop our Ice Wizard in for this Miner. So I'm going to guess this is going to be a Miner Inferno, but could be a Miner Giant. So let's not drop our XBow here. Let's play a little bit safer because I'd hate to run into a giant. Can we hit both of these? We can hit... Nope. Okay. Got both, but doesn't really do anything. Okay, so he is probably playing the Miner Giant version. So let's execute this this bandit. Good work, Mini P.E.K.K.A. And he's got lightning. So this is going to be a tough match. Giant lightning is not easy. Mini P.E.K.K.A., can you get a swing? You the man, Mini P.E.K.K.A. Let's drop this XBow and see what we get. Come on. Okay. Stop hitting my XBow, please. Thank you. Almost. He had to zap. He dropped a lot. He's got his giant in rotation, so it's giant lightning. Not going to be easy. Basically, giant is like the card you least want to see when you're facing XBow, but he dropped it in the back, so let's see what we can do. So he triple lightnings. Good play by him. Let's get our Mega Minion on. Let's see if we can get his Mega Minion off of ours. And back to this... Okay, so back to his giant. These lightnings are brutal. We're gonna have to switch sides. I don't know that we can do this, guys. We're gonna have to switch sides here before he can double lightning us. We should have put that in the corner. It's gonna lock on. Oh man, even locks on. Okay, so lightning range it is. And he knows it. Okay, so let's not end this on a bad note. Let's move on to the next game. So an extremely hard match here, and well played by him. Looks like we weren't able to get through. So let's do one more. So we'll Ice Spirit in front. Looks like we'll get lucky. And run into his troops there. So let's Lava Hound. Okay, so we'll XBow the other side. Let's see what his plan is once we drop what he does. And he's too late on that tombstone, so that's probably going to be the end of his tower. We got our tower will hit his things as we go too. So let's drop this. So now Ice Golem is doing some work. There goes the end of his tower. And just like that, that's the first tower of the game. He did deal a good amount of damage to us. So let's log this all down. And there's a balloon. Let's drop this as soon as possible because for some reason it wasn't selected. Can we stop that? We can stop that, so that's good. Let's drop another XBow. And let's see what his response is. So we'll just Ice Wizard right here in front, kill all these skeletons, and that's on the tower. He already lightninged. I don't really know what his play is from here. So he's got these minions. We'll use our Mega Minion. And once again, that tower is getting crushed. So we can log this down as well. All the answers right up front. Okay, so really at this point we just have to defend. So I'll drop an XBow. I don't really know why I'm dropping it. I guess as a lightning target. All we have to do is make sure we don't get 3 crowned. Because he's probably just going to come in on the one side. And this balloon is out front. Incoming lightning. There it is. That's what I was afraid of. So let's fireball all this, which is going to miss. Let's use our Mega Minion to clean... Oh, man. Can we not lose? Whew. Oh my god. I think it was a big mistake to play that XBow. Because then all he did was just play all ground, all air troops. So really that was just a giant waste. So we are lucky that we saved that. So, and not only that, we didn't even drop it in a place that that would defend. So, extremely lucky that we didn't get 3 crown. Pretty good. Let's do one more. As my heart goes back into my chest. Let's try to play a better game like the first one. So this game's versus King Thunder. Okay, so he blocks with his Ice Wizard. I'll drop my Ice Wizard. Should be fighting on our side of the map. We'll use our Ice Golem to pull. Then we'll drop our Mega Minion and our XBow, and let's get this going. Let's see if we can bring this Knight over here. We cannot bring that over here. So our XBow will lock on. I don't really know what that tornado was all about. So let's not let these bats kill our XBow. And we'll have an Ice Wizard battle in the center, which will take 7 years. Oh, and he will finally zap to retarget. Okay, so we know he's got Dark Prince, Mini P.E.K.K.A. Not really sure what this deck is at the moment. So let's set up another XBow. I'm gonna guess he's gonna drop a big P.E.K.K.A. Look at that. What a call. Okay, so let's drop a Mini P.E.K.K.A. and an Ice Spirit. So, our Mini P.E.K.K.A. and Mega Minion do its job. And this is how it's supposed to go, when played properly. And that's going to be the end of his tower. Let's get a Ice Wizard down. Well, our Wizard can eat that Charge Strike, that's okay. And now he's got a Ice Wizard on our tower, not a big deal at all. And let's move on. Let's log back. Double Peck is able to get our XBow down, unfortunately. Okay, so let's just go for the 1-0 victory and just defend wherever we need to defend. So let's fireball all of this. Put it into that. 10 seconds, 15 seconds to go. And he's dropping Ice Wizards. That's not exactly a high DPS troop to be worried about. So we'll drop additional Ice Wizard on his P.E.K.K.A. And we'll use an Ice Golem to clean up. So that's much better played. And that's how it's supposed to be done. So we're starting off this new challenge 3-1. You guys saw the previous one end up as 12-2. So that's pretty GG well played. Let me know what you guys think about the Frozen XBow deck and if you guys like this one better. Thank you guys so much again for tuning in and all the support. I know my last video was my most watched video yet, so I really do appreciate that. Finally getting a little bit of traction here on YouTube. I can't thank you guys enough. You guys are the best. I will see you guys next time. Peace.